Welcome to Module 4 of Break Free from Nighttime Eating. Let's talk about what you are eating. I want to know if you are eating enough and what you think about the food you eat and what you think about the food you don't allow yourself to eat. Are you on a restrictive diet? And what I mean by a restrictive diet is that you are not allowing yourself to eat some sort or type of food. Maybe you're eating low carb, maybe you're eating keto, low calorie, gluten-free, counting macros, or maybe it's just not eating a certain type of food like ice cream or cookies or chips or sugary foods. And now I'm not saying that these diets are bad by any means. Some of these diets work for some people, but if you have been on and off diets for years, then there is something missing and we want to find out. So let's take a look at mindset around dieting. This is one of the most important things and one of the very first things I work on with clients when they work on reducing their cravings and overeating and getting out of that diet binge cycle. Our mindset has so much power over what we eat. And when I talk about mindset, I mean our thoughts about what we are eating, what we are not eating, about food in general. When you restrict food, what goes through your head? What are you thinking? I know for me, I would think thoughts like, this sucks. I just want it. In regards to ice cream or chips or cookies. One bite won't hurt. I'll start tomorrow. I can't have it, but I wish I could have it. I wish I could eat all the cookies. It's not fair. I can't eat ice cream. Does any of this sound familiar? What else goes through your head when you think about the food you eat and the food you don't let yourself eat, or the food you're trying to stay away from? When we think these thoughts about our diet, how does that make you feel? Probably deprived, sad, mad, frustrated, maybe unfair. I used to think it was so unfair because there were skinny people out there who could eat whatever they wanted and not gain a pound. So unfair. When we experience these feelings, what do? We eat, right? We don't want to feel these negative emotions. So we eat to cover them up, or we eat in rebellion, or we eat because we eventually feel deprived. We haven't eaten enough. We feel deprived and give in to our cravings. We try so hard to stay on our restrictive diet, and then our thoughts and feelings get the best of us, and we eat all the food. So, what can we do? If our thoughts about food create our feelings towards food, which drive our actions, then we have to change the root cause, which is our thoughts, not our actions. It is our thoughts. Do you know that you have control over what you think? You have control over your thoughts? Because you do, right? Oftentimes it seems like we don't, because some of the thoughts or some of our thoughts we have been thinking so long repetitiously that they seem just automatic, that they're there, that they're truths, right? But we have complete control over them. So what if instead of thinking, I can't have that, it's not on my diet, you think something like, I choose not to eat that right now, or I choose not to eat that today? How will your feelings and actions change? When I choose not to eat food, right? It's a choice, I am genuinely choosing not to eat this food because I don't want to feel bloated. I don't want to feel guilt and shame afterwards. And I understand that I'm eating out of an emotion. And I choose not to eat the food. I feel empowered and in control. And when I feel empowered, then I make decisions from that place and I choose not to eat the food. I don't eat the food, and then I get the long-term reward of not feeling bloated, not feeling the guilt or shame, and fitting into my clothes in my closet. I Now I don't want to skip out on the fact that we need to nourish our bodies. We need to feed it enough calories and nutrients. We need protein, healthy fat, and healthy carbs. This will keep us from craving food because we have depleted our energy sources and are craving energy, right? We need to make sure we're giving our body enough energy so we're not craving energy. So please make sure you are eating enough and be curious about your thoughts around food. So for today, I want you to take a look at your thoughts about food, about being on a diet, about restricting certain foods, or what happens when you do eat and you overeat. What are all of your thoughts? Write them down and see how they affect your feelings and your actions. How do you feel when you think those thoughts? And then what do you do or don't do? And see where you can make small changes in your thoughts to help you lose your nighttime cravings and to reduce your nighttime eating. Okay, so make sure you head on over to the workbook and follow the journal prompts to help you really dive into what you're thinking around food and how you can make those simple shifts in your thoughts. Okay, my friend, this is all I have for you today, and I will see you in Module 5. Bye, y'all.